It's finally here, your ultimate guide to Howl-O-Scream, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Welcome back to Edutainment. My name's Eddie, and today we are at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg with my son, Ollie. We're doing the ultimate guide to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, Howl-O-Scream. And we're also doing a construction update. The event is just 2 weeks away from opening. We're excited to see what's going on in the park, give you guys an update on the construction. Also, 5 tips along the video for if you're making your way to Howl-O-Scream this year, how to make the best of it. So let's get inside the park and have some fun. And part of the challenge of today's video is going to be controlling this little wild beast. Come on, Ollie, let's get inside the park and have some fun, buddy. Alright, and we've made it inside, and it looks like we have our first little piece of construction. It's not completed, but the fountain up here typically has like a skull or either like a wicker man as we make our way into our first scare zone, which is Ripper Row. And we turned the corner right into Ripper Row. We were just over here checking out the fountain and the entrance, and check it out, all the banners are up in Ripper Row. This is a returning scare zone here at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and a very welcome one, the home of Jack the Ripper himself. One of the best areas here at the park. Honestly, I can't imagine any other scare zone coming here. I'm sure one year this will be replaced, but yet again, another year we have Ripper Row for the 25th anniversary of Busch Gardens, Williamsburg's Howl-O-Scream. And we'll be making our way into the Emporium shortly, but I just wanted to take another look at all the construction going on. As you can see, the lighting package around the park has been updated. We noticed that the other last video that we were on when we were here the other day, which was last weekend, the lighting package around Italy was different, and obviously over here it's changed as well. You got like that purple and bluish lighting package with all the crows lining the windows, and then the banners. And also just across the Emporium we got the hearse with, like, is it a headless man? We'll get a closer look shortly, but let's make our way inside of the Emporium and see if any of the Howl-O-Scream merch has made its way in. And it looks like no merch yet, but we do have to cash in our quick queue. Yeah, I'll let you down in a second. Oh god, he's all abby-cadabby. But we got to cash in our quick queue from our member perks, and we'll talk about that a little bit later when we go through our tips for Howl-O-Scream as well. Alright, and we exit the Emporium. We got our quick queue. We're adding those up, and we got some more construction here, some theming, also some lighting stanchions over here, as well as let's get a closer look at that hearse and that man on the front that seems to be missing his head. And he indeed is a headless man with a hearse. It's kind of creepy, and I'm sure in the ambient light and nighttime, this is going to look amazing. I'm looking forward to the return of Ripper Row. Like I said, it's a very fitting little area here for the park. And we take a quick seat as we make a right. Little Ollie is having a little snack. But that being said, as we make a right into the park and we start going towards Ireland, we come to our first tip. And our first tip is going to kind of hurt me a little bit because it's something that I've been taking advantage of for a really long time. Come to the event the first couple weekends. The first couple weekends of the event, although not always fully complete as far as, like, you know, the decorations and the actors getting into the groove, tend to be the lower crowd weekends. So you could get through all the houses, enjoy the event, and really soak it in without having to deal with those long waits and huge crowds. It's something that I've done now for the past couple years, obviously because I'm doing the channel and I try to get here when the event first opens, and I've noticed there's huge benefits to coming that early. Oh, you see the owl? All right, let's keep making our way right towards Ireland. And of course we have to stop and look at the beautiful water features, appreciate them here at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. And we cross, and still the flags have not gone up for Howl-O-Scream as you enter and cross the bridge into Ireland. But let's see if anything inside of Ireland has been updated. Alright, and we are in Ireland, and nothing is immediately noticeable as far as like construction goes. And there goes the wild animal again. I'm gonna have to go wrangle him down. But let's make our way through. We'll talk about the things that are coming to this area and see if we could spot any small construction that is going on. And let's pop into the pot of gold really quick. It does look like some new merch has gone. Oh my god, he's gonna break something. Put it back, baby. And check it out, we got all this different Howl-O-Scream merch. Ollie was just showing us some of it. We got Jack right here. One thing to note is I believe the Jack is Back show this year is not returning, but we got some mugs, some cups, and some candle holders, as well as some t-shirts. And then we got a baby for sale. Tiki tiki tiki. No? And then over here we got some more mugs, some hats. Ooh, I kind of like the way that they're writing is on these for Howl-O-Scream. How much are they? $32.99 trucker hats. Kind of like that. And then we got the matching shirt. Come wear it. And check this one out. Does this have something on the back? It does. Ah. Oh, is this is the back of this one. And the t-shirt is $36.99. We also have a Killer Knee t-shirt. Is it the same price? This one doesn't have the price on it, but the Killer Knee Diner t-shirt, which is the house that we'll check out the entrance in just a moment, coming to this area. So very fitting in this store. And then some more Killer Knee merch. It is a diner, so you could have like the little waiter menu and apron. And over here we have some more merch, and it looks like one of the Fiends shirts returned, but it is a ladies' Fiends shirt. Nothing on the back. We got the band-aid on the side. Doesn't actually say Fiends, but I know that it's Fiends because of the characters. And Ollie's cleaning with a lightsaber. He keeps on letting me know. We got this other Howl-O-Scream shirt, Admits One. And it looks like Howl-O-Scream. Oh, this is like the different events shirt. So Orlando, San Antonio, San Diego, Tampa, and Williamsburg. I do like this shirt. What's the price? So the Fiend shirt, $32.99. And so $32.99 for both of them. All right, well, not major construction, but the stage where the pumpkin goes is here, and I did hear that the Jack is Back show is not returning, but I do see that they're setting up the lighting. You got the purple lighting up top by Grogan's, as well as the speakers, which is typically part of the Jack is Back show, which is like the opening ceremony here. I wonder if they're just going to have a different show this year for the opening ceremony. I do think it's like a well-fit show here and definitely a staple, so I'd like to see at least something return for the opening ceremony here in Ireland. All right, and we step on over to what used to be the inoculation bar here at Ireland. This year they're only going to have the Grogan's Pub. I do miss this bar because it used to have an interactive little screen, and I got to stop Ollie. He's trying to get into the little fountain over here. But this used to be one of the really cool bars here at Howl-O-Scream, and this year it's not returning. It didn't return last year either. But our next tip is going to be one that I told you earlier, kind of hinted to. It's for past members only. So consider getting a pass if you don't have one already. You got Waddy on your hand? And that is collecting your Howl-O-Scream quick queues. Those guys, if you are not able to come the first couple weekends, like the first tip, that's going to save you a lot of time. Those quick queues are lifesavers, and you could collect a ton of them if you're local and come frequently. I'm already on my fourth one. And that's going to be it, because after this we have some trips, but those 4 are going to save me a ton of time. I believe there's a total of 5 houses, so I could almost do the whole entire event without having to wait, and they're free. They're going to save you time and money. A quick queue, if you purchase it outright, is a lot more expensive than free, I'll tell you that much. And as Ollie takes a seat, over here we have a bit of a twofer. We got the Celtic Fire, I was going to say stadium, but the show. This is going to be replaced by Fiends, which we are excited for the return after its long hiatus. Ollie's moving his hat around, and then just across your hat, okay, I'll hold it. Just across is going to be the entrance to Killer Knee Diner. So Killer Knee Diner this year, it's going to be like its 4th returning or 3rd returning year, right next to this beautiful mural. You'll be entering over here and exiting by the entrance to Grogan's Pub. It is a different take on Killer Knee Diner this year, but I do believe Killer Knee Diner is seeing its last year this year, so we'll probably see a replacement to this particular house for the 26th year, but for the 25th anniversary we got Killer Knee Diner right over here as typical. And as we cross over into France, nothing immediately that I could tell, but we can see that over here they're preparing for, last year there was a bush with like human limbs, but this year we do have a whole new scare zone here, so that may be themed differently, and I'm not sure, let me know. This little garland up here that you could see, Is that for the beer fest? Was that in here? Was that here last week? I don't think it was. I think that might be for Howl-O-Scream and the new scare zone that we'll be discussing in just a moment as we make our way this way. All right, and as we make it to this scare zone area, yeah, I'm pretty sure that that garland has to do with the scare zone that's coming this year. And what is typically Fool's Court this year will be the Bash, which is the anniversary scare zone for this year's event. 25 years of Howl-O-Scream, and this will be where they all come together to celebrate, hence the name The Bash. Like I said, this used to be a different scare zone in the past, but this year, ghouls from the past will come together to celebrate the culmination of 25 years of Howl-O-Scream here and dare to come join them in their festivities as they refuse to rest. And we keep trucking our way forward. We are now in New France, where we could see the pumpkins that we checked out last time, but I could already see in the distance we got some more pumpkins. This used to be the house of Meat Market. I almost forgot the name, but this year this is going to be a whole new scare zone as well. So RIP Fool's Court, RIP Meat Market. We got some new guys coming for the 25th anniversary. And as we make it to the main plaza, we can see a ton more of the pumpkins have gone up since we were last year. We got pumpkins over here, and even pumpkins all the way over here for the new scare zone, Stalker Street. Stalker Street, as darkness falls in New France, it transforms into a nightmarish realm where terror reigns supreme. The townfolk barricade themselves in their homes, while sinister scarecrows stalk the deserted streets, hunting for their next victims. That sounds pretty awesome. And bless you, buddy, you just sneezed. But Stalker Street, I look forward to checking this one out. I like the idea. I don't know if this is something that they will do, but if we're talking about scarecrows, if you got like kind of like the stance for a scarecrow, somebody could act like they're a fake scarecrow standing on top of it and jump down at us. And I like that idea. And maybe if they could put some corn around here, but we all know Halloween Horror Nights has had a bad history with corn and storms, so we might not want to use real corn. And it is still the beer and wine, or not beer and wine, it is the beer and barbecue festival here at Busch Williamsburg. But our next tip, we just crushed some of the bacon, the smoked bacon mac and cheese. It was delicious over at Trappers. But our next tip number 3 is arrive early. It is not a separately ticketed event. So Howl-O-Scream just moves seamlessly from the daytime to the nighttime, so you could actually come nice and early, enjoy a lot of the rides and the thrills, and then the night will convert into Howl-O-Scream, and you can be one of the first people to get in line for the houses. It's another great way to save yourself some time and make sure that you get through everything you want to do throughout the night. Alright, and we head into Rheinfeld Village, and check it out. We've temporarily tamed the beast. He's confined to his stroller, but not much going on here either. But this fountain typically has water and running water over it, so it's like a little pool here, and it is now covered, which is typical of Howl-O-Scream. For Howl-O-Scream, this is typically the area for Scary Tail Road, and returning this year we have Scary Tail Road all over again. A super cool scare zone that brings, or territory that brings your typical classic stories, fairy tales, into a like demented style. So the gingerbread man and others come here, but not for your typical happy ending. And now we've made it to the heart of Oktoberfest, just in front of Fest House, and we saw this last time. We have Phantom of the Fest House, which is obviously for Howl-O-Scream, but nothing else really going on over here. But to the right of the Fest House building, we'll have a new house coming. This used to be like a, I forget what the house was back there, but it was like a corn maze house or something of that nature. Maybe like Stalkers, something, I don't remember exactly, but there used to be a house back here which has not been utilized in a while, but we got Clown Town now returning. So obviously a clown house. Those who have a phobia of clowns are going to be terrified, and just in general, clowns and haunt just mixed together very well. And to the left of the building, we have a whole nother house as well, a new one coming to the event. And that is going to be by the Black Forest special event area, and it is Monster Manor, a whole new house coming to the event for the 25th anniversary. The Doctor is in, and the anatomy of evil has been perfected, and the Doctor is bringing back his dark arts into grotesque reality. This house, if it ends up being one that has nods to like Universal Monsters, I'm gonna be super happy. That's the type of house that I love. It makes me think of vampires, lightning, darkness, everything that goes together perfectly and synonymously with the haunt season, spooky season. So this is a house that I'm looking forward to. The Clowntown one, not so much. It's kind of more generic, but clowns do always work for the haunt season. But this is one that I'm definitely looking forward to. And just inside of the Fest House building, they got another bit of merch. I kind of like this. Get in, loser. We're going haunting. That might be my shirt for Halloween Horror Nights. And then, of course, spirit jerseys are kind of my thing as well. A Howl-O-Scream spirit jersey. We might have to get ourselves that as well. I used my Busch bucks already, so now that I have already spent them, I'm kind of regretting it. But we did use it for something for the little guy that's currently being tamed. He's being a good boy. High five. No? Okay. All right. Let's go grab ourselves a beer and go over another tip. All right, so the little one's enjoying, I think it was Buffalo Ranch chips and dip. Yum, 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 yum. As we go for our fourth tip. And we got ourselves a Aleworks, I forget what beer it was, but Aleworks is the brand. All right, and tip number 4, as myself and the little one enjoy a snack at Brown House. We got the dip that I was just showing you, and I gotta say, not bad at all. I really like the chips. The dip was interesting, but after a couple bites, I actually really like it. Is it good, baby? Yeah, it's delicious. But tip number 4 is come with a plan of attack. Although Busch Gardens Williamsburg is not a huge park, it is fairly large and there's a lot to do. One of the big things about Busch Gardens Williamsburg and its events is that it has amazing shows. Yeah, somebody's calling. It has amazing shows that you won't want to miss out, and those shows aren't going to line up perfectly with you being in line at the houses. So a plan of attack is going to help you greatly. So you know which house you're going to hit first, in which order are you going to be hitting the houses, and where are you going to be taking breaks, so that you could see Phantom of the Fest House here at Fest House, or Fiends, or I don't know why the Globe Theater show escapes me right now, but the Globe Theater show is amazing. Fiends is returning. You're going to want to see that. So in order to get those shows done, which are amazing, you're going to want, and the Skeletones, can't forget the Skeletones, you're going to want to have a good plan of attack. And as we cross through San Marcos Square, by sounds of San Marco, soon to be the Skeletones, we see some more construction as we make our way to Grogan Gardens. And check it out. Here we got the wreaths going in. As we make our way to the next scare zone, a returning one here, always the area, or at least the last couple years, it's been the area for Grogan Gardens. Yay! Check it out. Skeleton Reefs. Gives me Dia de los Muertos vibes. And here we are, we're making our way into the area that is the heart of Grogan Gardens, and I could already see we got our centerpiece over there and some garland hanging that we're gonna check out just a moment, up close and personal. And here we have an up close look at kind of that like garland or moss that they hang through the walk area that has all the snakes going through it. And if you're not familiar with Grogan Gardens, you basically have these like Medusa ladies going through here kind of tempting you, and I'm assuming they turn you into stone like a regular Medusa would, but don't look at them in their eyes or you may suffer the consequences. And then over here, let's get up close and personal to the actual Medusa head. And here she is. Isn't she lovely? She is creepy, actually. Look at that face. But a sight to behold. And I'm super excited that she's here. That means that Grogan Gardens is coming along. These statues kind of like play into Grogan Gardens. They could be kind of victims of the Medusas that roam the area here at night during Howl-O-Scream. And as we make our way into Festa Italia, we have this big beautiful sign here for the 25th anniversary of Howl-O-Scream. And question for you guys, let me know down below. I have no idea. Who is this guy? And over by the Roman Rapids in Festa Italia, and just across from Tempesto we'll have the returning Fest Evil, and we also have Deathwater Bayou back here. Deathwater Bayou is a revamped house. I believe it's Deathwater Bayou Morte, which is going to be awesome. It's always been a staple at the event. I think this might be the last year of this house as well. And Festival is a nice, cool scare zone or territory. Another clown area, and this house kind of serves as a clown house as well, which is why the new clown house kind of, to me, is kind of eh. But aside from that, I'm excited for everything that's coming, and we still got a little bit more left to review. But in this particular area, I don't see any construction currently going on, at least nothing that's perfectly visible here in this area. Maybe something behind the fence over by Deathwater Bayou. And last but not least, before our fifth and final tip for Howl-O-Scream this year, over by Escape from Pompeii, this ride will soon close down for the season as it gets colder here in Virginia, and it will turn into Lost Mines, a revamped, I believe it's Bloodstone is the revamped version for the 25th anniversary here of Howl-O-Scream. I'm looking forward to it. This has been a house that throughout the years, in the past 2 years, has definitely improved year over year. So I'm expecting that this year it will get better, and with a little bit of a re-theming, that'll be nice and awesome. Not sure if this is a house that will last for much longer either, but we shall see. If it does great this year, then it's definitely going to be a house that returns for the 26th year of Howl-O-Scream. And for our last and final, fifth tip here for Howl-O-Scream to help you guys make the most of your trip to Busch Gardens Williamsburg during the haunt season. And if you have a little one, leave him at home. He's probably going to get too scared. But soon enough, this little cutie pie will be coming with me to Howl-O-Scream, hopefully, if he enjoys it. But that will be to get yourself a good scare squad, have a great time, plan it with some friends, and make sure that you make the most of the event. It's a great event, great atmosphere, and the people that come to the event, I love interacting with everybody here. If you see me out at the event, make sure to say hi. Love running into viewers. But guys, just have a great time at Busch Gardens Williamsburg Howl-O-Scream, and also check out some of the small local haunts around the area. But guys, I hope you enjoyed coming along. Up till the next time, if you enjoyed this content, make sure to check out this video over here. It'll help you check out and kind of see what the Howl-O-Scream event is like. Up till next time, I'll see you on the next one. But don't forget to ask yourself, have you been entertained?